G'day and welcome back to another episode of NRL Unpopular Opinions. I'm Ryan Cook. Joining me on the panel like they do every single week, it's Oscar Panafex, Jharal,
Hey, gentlemen!
and back from a
Where'd you go?
Sabbatical,
RDO, whatever you
Family
want to call
reunion.
yeah.
It's Liam Fogarty.
I realised I told no one I was leaving because obviously I didn't. You boys didn't know I was having a week off.
You weren't
then
here?
I got a call from our number one podcast listener, my mum, and was like, "Why weren't you on the show this week?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, sorry, I was having a week off." So,
Wait, when did you get married?
It's 2 years ago.
So, but is your anniversary around this time?
Yes.
Yeah, so is that why you had the week off?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
You're a smart man.
Yeah, so I'm cashing in while they're still fresh and
Happy wife,
relevant.
happy life.
That's what they say.
I'm just relishing the more than one word answers I'm getting from you now because I messaged folks over the week. So, how you going, mate? You know, it's all good, enjoying yourself? And all I got was yep, nah, fuck off.
On this, I messaged him about good things when the lineup came out for the festival.
What'd you get back?
4 hours. I waited for
On red?
You have no
yeah.
idea how many people message me about good things. They're like, "Oh, guitars with distortion? That must be Liam. Let's message Liam." I'm like, "Yep, lineup great. I love it."
Sorry for being your
Can't
friend.
wait. Oh man,
I'm so sorry.
Copy paste.
yeah.
sorry for giving a
Yeah,
Just quietly, incredible festival lineup. I'm
it
very
is.
excited.
It's great.
That's not what we're here to talk about.
Great lineup this week of the rugby league games.
Oh, well done,
It's
Jharal.
good to be on the desk. We've got all four of us here. It feels like it's been a long time since we've had
Well,
that.
you weren't here last week. The week before I was in Toowoomba.
Yeah, and Riz
But I was on
wasn't
the
here.
screen.
Riz wasn't
the Rizzler
on.
wasn't-
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, true.
The boys are back in town. All right.
Round 24, gentlemen.
Still 3 weeks to go.
Oh, gosh.
Never ends, does it? Let's start with the Roosters. I want to go right back to Friday night. Dogs, Roosters. What was meant to be game of the round. Chooks blew them out.
Wow.
My first question is, could the Roosters win the whole bloody thing? Because they look to me like they're just humming along very nicely now. Could be the informed team in the comp.
I don't think they can win it, but geez, they made a statement last week. And they made a big statement. I mean, the Bulldogs, who we've known to seen and watch all year, there's probably another question, are they starting to crumble?
Is it panic time?
Yeah. Are they starting to panic a little bit? And, I mean, they're obviously they're going to finish in the top four, but you can't, when you're playing footy in the NRL, you can't take the foot off the accelerator in the back end of the year just because you know you've made the top four.
Yep.
You got to keep playing good footy. And there's a lot of those teams from, 5th to 11th doing that right now and putting their foot down, and the Roosters are definitely one of them. What do you think? You're thinking very deeply over there.
I know, he's very
Yeah.
quiet. I'm nervous.
He's about to hit us with something. I'm excited.
What do you got?
Now, Spencer, lend you this. No, I'm joking. I reckon the Roosters can win the comp. I'm not saying I think they will. I think one of us said it last week. There's pretty much like 8 or 9 teams you could make a case for. For premiership betting, right now. Yeah, I like what the Chookies are doing. What Victor Radley does for their pack. Like, I think he's the dude, the difference maker for them. If Rads can play 80 minutes each week, here in, from now until the end of the season, not just regular season, but finals as well, assuming they get there. Obviously he's ball playing and what he does in attack, but defensively, he's the toughest prick in the friggin' game. He shut down Kickow last week. I think the week before he was out and they got picked through the ruck a fair bit. Every time he's there, whether it's in the middle or on an edge, he can triple defend sometimes. He'll get up at the first receiver and he's able to check the first receiver with his inside shoulder, then slide and check the lead, and then turn and chase and put inside pressure on the jockey when they go out the back as well. There's not a lot of back rowers who can do that effectively and consistently. So long as they're defending well, which, I'm talking about, Radley kind of personifies, we know they got points in them. Toops is, if you kick to Tupou or Mark Nawaqanitawase in the right spot, it's a try or it's a penalty try right
It's
now.
like they've remembered they can kick the Toops in the last 4 weeks.
Shit. Why didn't we do that earlier?
He's 8 foot.
Yeah.
One of the highest try scorers of all time.
Yeah.
Boys, are you blown a lot of smoke up the Roosters' arse here. Are you really backing them at $17 to win the comp though?
I don't think there's a player on that list right now that's out of form. I think they're aggressive. They're very physical. I think you talked about Spencer jokingly before, but we haven't really spoken about him outside of the Origin arena.
Yeah.
What he's bringing at the moment, I think, is almost like feeding that team. And
he was good last week, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That was like the OG Spence. Like every time he took a carry, he was breaking a tackle, finding his front, bending the line. Yes, folks?
I haven't talked to you boys in a while, but watching him square up against the Finns the other day too, I was like, he's back.
He's a bad
here.
man.
Shit, okay, he's found another gear.
But put it this way, I don't think you need that Spencer going into a final either. I think it can ruin a game for you.
It could.
It's a fine line.
It's a fine line he's got to have, and I just don't think he understands where that is at times.
No.
And we've talked about this with, what's the Canberra fellow's name?
Corey.
How do you take your pick?
Yeah. Ricky Stewart,
Horsburgh,
Hudson Young. You know,
Ricky Stewart.
There's times in the game where those guys, and they might have learnt now, but I think Spencer at the moment probably still hasn't, and still learning and still understanding. You know, it's not. You're not a pussy to take a step back.
Yes.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You can push. You can poke the bear, but then you've got to make sure you take that step back and keep playing footy. And I think if he can curve that, which I don't think he's ready for yet, I still think that he's going to – I think we'll see in the next couple of weeks him do something silly again. But he'll learn. You know, he's got to keep – he'll learn. Like that's how you grow up in footy. Well, maybe he won't, but I believe that if you're ever going to go further at somewhere else and not like Penrith in another club – like the Roosters, you've probably got to start learning. And I think we said at the start of the year, you don't have the likes of Wira Hargraves to pull him in line there.
Yeah,
Who's a leader. And I think that's one thing that he just needs to, work on himself. And I think there's still a couple of games where he'll get a couple of penalties that won't be in their favour.
The red mist. It's hard to avoid the red mist.
But it is, you know what? And when you're playing and you're playing in the intensity that he plays, it's hard to push that button and decompress because you're just so angry and you want to win. When you want to win, it's really hard to turn that off.
That tunnel vision.
Is it another example of this Bulldogs team being unsettled in game and losing contests when the emotions are high? Like ill-discipline. I'm trying to find the word right now.
Yeah, I think so, because the first 5 minutes they looked like they were going to run away with it once Burton scores, and then it's like a few errors go against them.
Every time they're in a game where there's a bit of shit and a bit of niggle,
they
like every coach talking about it being in the wet, but the two instances where they lost this year where it was in the wet, they had multiple sin bins and penalties and ill-discipline.
Yep.
They beat themselves. And this, to me, felt like a similar kind of thing. They started well, but I'm just looking at the numbers now. 11 errors, 9 penalties, 1 ruck infringement, 1 offside, 2 on report. They missed almost 40 tackles. Those aren't numbers that we associate with
40
this
tackles.
Bulldogs.
Yeah, the 40 tackles is ludicrous for them.
But when you're making almost a dozen errors, you're going to be missing more tackles because you're making more as well, right?
Yeah.
Like it all kind of flows in.
Well, maybe that's the remedy to beat them.
Is that that's what I think.
Get under their skin.
Send a little bit at them.
Yeah.
They've got the Storm.
Hopefully they don't listen to this potty because they'll turn it around.
They had chances too, like when Marky Mark throws the ball out of bounds.
Correct,
They've got great field position, and I think that happened a couple more times. So there's a lot of excuses, I guess you could say.
But not excuses. I think you've got to understand, we're talking about the Roosters as well. They turned up at times where they needed to. They defended really well when they dug deep for each other. And that's something that coach has always instilled in his players since he's been at this club is hard workers and turning on the inside for your players, turning up for your players. So yeah, you can definitely see their recipe, the Roosters, coming at the right time of the year.
Just as someone that's played the game of rugby league,
Go on.
Yeah.
Do tell.
Folks, this is you and mine. This is our chance.
I've coached at a pretty good level as well.
We're just talking about played a good level, but go on.
Is there such a thing as training blocks? Because I've seen some things online about the Dogs have been through a rigorous training block for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and that's where we're seeing them tail off a little bit now. Does that actually happen this late in the year?
Oh, it does happen. I don't know. Look, every team's different. So it could be that what's worked for them all year has been that certain type of training block, and they've kept it. So, but is it not working for them now? So that's something that yeah, it does happen at clubs, but it's, is it whether the Bulldogs have still implemented that?
And as you said before, Fogs, they got the Storm this week, so it doesn't get any easier
Such
for
good
them.
timing.
Just send Munster to bit of niggle there, get under the ribs, stir them up. They could capitulate very quickly. $2.86, that is stiff for 2 plays 3, just quietly.
And do you think you bring back someone like Nelson for this game? Just
be a pest.
You be a pest.
You need a pest.
Just to give, because the one thing about Nelson is we know he's not playing the best footy that he can, but when he's so hard to tackle, you're fighting with him to keep him down, right? And that's the biggest thing about him. So, do they bring him back and just let him run riot in that quick play of the ball Harry Grant's been so good in the last couple of weeks. So
you were working yourself there, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
My notes for the last 2 weeks for Melbourne are quick play the ball inside 20, Melbourne score. Like it's if Grant gets a quick ruck or if there's a marker out of place, I mean, we saw the exaggerated version of it against Penrith when he scores the match winner, but if they get a quick ruck inside the 20, it's almost always a try.
It took him a long time in that game, though, to start taking those runs because he was...
Was that intentional?
I don't know if it was intentional. I just saw Penrith did a good job
of containing
them.
Yep.
And I think that
he waited until
the later in the year they go, the further they go, the more Harry Grant is going to have a hand in everything they do. And I think teams know that, but the drama is trying to stop him.
Well, do you think it's a point of emphasis now? Like they're just going to work on the ruck so much that it opens up the edges now?
Hang on, ask that question again. So teams versing Melbourne.
Yeah, it's like, well, let's focus on Harry Grant. Let's really spend all of our time controlling the ruck.
Yeah.
And you've got too many numbers in there now, then all of a sudden the edges open
maybe.
up.
I mean, if a team's going to
but even if you don't
punish you for looking somewhere, then it's going to be Melbourne. But
even if you don't, you kick to the winger in Xavier Coates.
Yeah, true.
Jesus Christ, man. At the moment, I would say he's the best winger in the comp.
It's hard to disagree.
It's really hard. And you know what? Going back a couple of years, we found that X really struggled to bend the line when he's running the ball, but I think he's doing that really well now. He's getting quick play of the balls. He's smarter about how he uses his body. Yep. So I think he's starting to really turn up as a asset for them and what they've paid for over the last couple of years.
Looking a little bit further down the ladder at the Sharks, who have just lost Cam McInnes for the year with a very sad ACL injury. I have to say it's bad.
He's a unit though, just still playing on the ACL.
He would 3 minutes.
What are you?
He would play,
dog.
He would play without that.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
I wouldn't be surprised if he just showed up this week and kept going.
There was a girl, I've got to give a shout out now. Margot Vella plays for the NRLW Dragons. She ruptured her ACL, MCL and PCL last week playing wing and played 15 minutes, scored or was involved in a try in that last 15 minutes as well.
Wow.
Yeah, and you couldn't tell.
That's tough.
She was,
that's tough.
She's a little
If
dog.
I ever did my knee like
Shut up,
that, just take me out the back and shoot me.
By
Send me to the glue factory.
Carry me into the pokey room and leave me there.
I don't know if seventh grade soccer has that type of financial to get a gun to shoot you.
You say Div 7 like it's a slur.
That's the second time this year he's got that. I love it.
It's a badge of honor.
What's the reshuffling look like here with McInnes out, do you think?
I said it last, I don't like the Sharks, and I think with losing him, I think they're gone. I think they're going to be really... I think they can fall out of the 8.
Okay.
I think they can fall out of the 8. And it's unpopular opinions here, guys. So come at me all you want. I don't care. But that's going to be my last couple of weeks. There's a chance that they fall out of the 8.
There's also a chance they finish 4th.
Yeah, well, they're
on the bye this week. I'm just looking at their team list now. It'll probably be Hohepapuru who comes in and plays lock, if I had to guess.
And the Finns would need to win. The Finns have a pretty good run home, so there is every chance.
That's what I mean. There is a chance.
Yeah, well, they're without Nikora for the next 4 weeks. I mean, that was a really good example of a poor defensive team makes Cronulla look really good because they've got guys who are really good at punishing cues in the line, and a shit defensive team has a lot of cues. So it wasn't surprising that we saw Nico absolutely carve up, particularly in running actions, like running down short sides because he sees a middle defender flip down there and he gets there late. Like, that's a cue me to run, play short, send Sione Katoa down the edge, and then backed up inside. Oh, sorry, was it Horoti for a couple? But yeah, the Sharks can't do that against the good defensive teams. It's been their problem for a couple of years now.
Looking at the Sharks now, I'm probably going to take that.
They've got a good draw, eh?
They've got a pretty good. They've got a bye this week. I think they have
Knights and the Dogs.
No, they've got Knights, which I'm death riding the Knights because I said they were going to come last at the start of the year, so I've got to stick with that. And then they've got the Dogs. It's like if it comes down to it, and the Dolphins and the Dolphins have got to beat the Raiders and the Sharks have got to beat the Dogs. Geez, that would be juicy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Last round, that'd be nice.
Should play all the games at the same time, like
Premier League.
EPL match day 38.
Oh, that
Could
would
you
be
imagine?
some real horny stuff?
Terrible TV, but good drama.
Bring back the red button on Foxtel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Choose what you want.
The Hayne playing Cam, didn't we have a Hayne playing?
Oh, that's right.
Awesome.
And he's just sitting there on the bench. Yeah. I think he played like 15 minutes that game. Terrible.
Oh god.
Have we got the red pen out for the Finns? I don't think the scoreline really does them justice after that Broncos game, but it's just looking like they've run out of steam.
How do you feel as a Finns fan?
Worried.
Yeah.
The run home's not great.
It's not.
You've got
it's
a
just the
very
Raiders,
beatable
I
Manly
think.
team this
Yeah,
week.
we'll get to
Also,
Manly in a
it's-
sec.
I think it's Manly. I think it's Longneck's 350.
You did mention
Certainly
that a couple
is.
of
So I
weeks
think
ago.
that's a big one for them.
Is it though? Now?
At 4 Pines.
Is that a club that's keen to celebrate Daly's 350th right now?
Well,
I think
I don't know. I'm just
you
like,
still have
that's
to.
the rhetoric. It
Yeah, I
looks
think-
very unhappy there right now, doesn't it? And we won't ask you to talk about it because that's
He's gone, mum.
icky, sticky situation.
it is a very weird situation. I was supposed to be going this weekend, but I just can't.
Not go.
Well, I've got both Ben and it looks like both of their 350th this weekend.
Oh,
so
true.
would have been a really interesting trip to Brookie first and then to Newcastle because that's who the Bronx play this weekend, isn't it? Am I tripping?
Let me pull it up.
I think I'm not tripping.
Yeah. Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. So I am. That is correct.
If it was like MySpace, would you have Ben or Ches in your top 4? Who would rank above the other?
That's a good question.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Give us your whole
No, you
list.
had one share the love a day on Bebo, wasn't it? You could
Yeah,
give someone
Bebo.
love, right? So who are we giving the love to? Ben or Daly?
Sunday and Sunday, so I'll give them both love.
One each on a day.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Well done, mate. Well done. Very diplomatic.
Yeah, you could be a politician.
Oh, we'd be in real big trouble if I was a politician. Who's
No underpants in Queensland.
No one showers in.
Broncos.
What was the question?
Are we worried about red pen
through the
Dolphins?
Yes. Unfortunately.
Mate, they were up for that. Hey, like they started well, and then good old Reese Walsh just
Did he
Put one on, didn't he?
They've left it a few weeks late, unfortunately.
and they got it. The spaces where Herbie Farnworth is missing.
Correct.
That's where the Bronx got him.
Oh, I just think anywhere he's playing that type of footy though,
Reese. Yeah,
yes, man. Yeah, there's a lot of people who spray him each week, but geez, you got to give him raps when he.
I got my Reese Walsh.
Yeah, but you know that's the truth. You've
Where can
gotta-
people buy that, Oscar?
Woo, the moment apparel. Let's go.
He's. It's nice to see he's got over. You know what it looks like his injury now, and he's. This is where we want to see him firing at this time of the year.
got confidence now.
Yeah,
And
confidence.
he's got
is playing.
ample opportunity with a few big outs in the spine.
Yep.
Yeah, the boys on the Levels podcast made a good comment, a good point about when Ezra's there and when Renault's there and Hunty's there and Carrigan's there and Staggs needs 15 carries a game. Where does Walsh fit in?
He can put his feet up a little bit out the back and
Yeah, whether it's put his feet up or whether he's
inserting
getting
himself the
overcalled.
wrong.
Maybe he's getting overcalled, so
Yeah,
then he gets
true.
missed out on that one before, so
I need
therefore
to
I've got to take
probably
this
hear-
one.
Yeah.
Whereas now, like, if they get in a good ball, it's Reese's ball, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
And it's Hunt and Carrigan's job to play pivot and pass.
It would have been nice to see how many touches he had in that last 20 minutes. Like,
in the last. Okay.
Yeah, like
I wish
he-
you'd asked me that last night. I would have
Yeah.
geeked out over some.
or geek out of it next week and bring it up. Yeah, they're firing at a good time at the Broncos as well. Needed it too. They needed that win.
So
So
you reckon it was a too many cooks situation, the spine almost?
Too many cooks.
maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't care as long as they're winning.
It's wins a win.
I do wonder too what this sort of does for the Finns psychologically, missing out on the finals again, and what could be devastating fashion if they finish 9th. And this is a season where they sort of had top 8 expectations.
Do you feel like, I want to come back to Reese quickly because I've just found his numbers, but to answer your point there, do you like internally, are the Dolphins, obviously they'll be disappointed if they don't play finals, but isn't there like fair excuses there with the injuries that they've had?
But I feel like that's happened last year as well. You've got like they had injuries as well last year. What I'm saying is,
like at what point do you just
at what point all these other guys that come into this squad and that have been next man up, that they've got to be ready. Yeah, they've got to be ready. I think they have to be ready now, and it's not. They're not a rookie club anymore.
Well, what's this? Their third year? Fourth year.
Fourth year.
Third.
Fourth?
I thought it was fourth.
Two Benno, one Wolfie.
18.
Yeah. It's their third. That's why I just felt like the previous 2 years we were happy to give them excuses because they had such a skinny roster. This year we're probably looking at it going, damn, that top 30 is pretty legit.
Mate, they have a good
and then
footy.
for most of the season they're without Flegler, Plath, Jeremy Marshall-King's missed heaps. I mean, Finns fans will know better than I, but like, is that enough for them to go, okay, it's disappointing we finished 9th or 10th, but if we had one or two of those dudes for this year, it looks like we probably would have played finals. Is that what?
I think it's a good-looking 9 at the moment. Like, there's a lot of optimism. You obviously got Katoa, who we've talked for hours on this part about how good he looks. So I think next year is the real expectation. And if it's like they're not
remember
making
that
finals
when you
next
say
year,
that
it's
now
like,
because we keep saying
I
I
like
think
that.
next year.
Yeah.
You look at the dude, like look at Oren Keeley and Kurt Donahue and the Phenai. I can't remember which Phenai it is. Who's there?
Matt.
Even Jack, Matt Phenai, Jack Bostock. Those guys were guys like potential squad players in the previous 2 years. This year they've made that step up to being genuine first graders. But they've maybe, it's their first year. Like, you know better than anyone, Jharal. Wayne's talked about it heaps with Souths. You can only get these young guys up for so long consistently. So, I reckon you look into next year feeling pretty good.
I think next year, if they don't make the finals, then
it's a
serious questions need to be
Well, I put it
answered.
this way. I think they've played their best footy this year out of every year.
100%.
Correct.
Yeah.
And
Step forward.
I think we've been most excited about the Dolphins this year than we have the other years. So
They've broken records this year.
correct.
For
So
points
I just feel like they're on the right track, but you can't write them off yet. There's still a chance.
No, of course.
You know what I mean? You've got to give them that chance.
And it's easy to forget they lost their first 4 games. So to turn things around like they have is no small feat in its own right either. Before we take a break, where do you guys rank the Battle of Brisbane now in terms of rivalries?
it's mad.
Is it number one? I think
No.
I reckon it could be.
It would you
South
can't.
Rabbits,
South's Rabbits has
I think the history
years
tells
there.
with that. Yeah,
But
Don't disrespect it,
At
right?
one point in the future, it will be the biggest.
but I think
rivalry.
I think the other thing we've got to understand though, if you use a keep turning lump punch,
If we're shit,
all the time, it's hard to have that. It's hard for us to judge it like that.
Yeah.
I would say that with history tells you that it is Rabbits versus the Roosters, and that's probably the truth.
Yeah.
But as we go on, this is going to be.
Yeah,
It
better
went
and
from
better.
for a long period of time. There was a conversation about the Cowboys and the Broncos as well.
True. When they had all those,
it was like the
golden
1 point
games in a
games.
row.
Like that was cool.
Yep.
But I think
like
now
trending
that-
rivalries.
I think right now this is because we're so close together, and the team is technically in one town. I think it's going to become pretty intense
on the rise.
So I think like camping, it's going to be intense.
I love
over
how
the years.
I love how petty the two sides are as well. Like I've been told, the Broncos brand guide, they're not allowed to call Dolphins. They have to call them Redcliffe, like in everything. So they've got joint sponsorships with maybe 4X, and they'll just refuse any brands on it because it says Dolphins. And that's
pretty petty.
Real little petty stuff. And like any graphic they do, it's always Redcliffe. It's fascinating.
I heard you went for a job with the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah, nah.
Just on the dealer.
Neds pays me too much.
All right, let's quickly take a break and we'll jump back into the multi. No. You're listening to NRL Unpopular Opinions. Boys went 2 for 4 on the multi last week. I'm going to read out the records in just a sec. So I had the Finns to cover in the Battle of Brisbane. Jharal, you had the Titans to cover. I think it's 11 and a half.
Not sure what was doing there from myself, but I might have been drunk last week on the show.
You still had altitude sickness from coming back from Toowoomba.
Hey, that range will get you. It's up there.
No other boys got theirs right.
OP Wars to win.
Yeah, never in doubt.
$1.53 or something like that. You take it.
That was sweaty.
Ryan, don't you be throwing shade about the value of my legs.
Not at all. You've made it interesting. That's what I'm here for. And shout out to our main man Rich behind the screens over there.
He's flipping you off, audience.
Well seen.
He took Stags anytime.
Yeah.
Boy, wasn't he up and about when he crossed. Fogs, I think
congratulations.
Well, so
What were you going to take?
I was going to take Para, I think.
You messaged me.
Yeah, I was like, please
during
give me
the
Para.
recording after Stags
now
was
it comes
provided
out.
for you.
Now it comes out.
But it wouldn't have been.
And it lost. So
Yeah.
you owe Rich a beer.
And then you were like, he's taking Stags, and my butthole just went, But no, happy days.
Tony Staggs of upcoming
Australian
Kangaroos centre fame.
He's the Dolphins' dad. He scores in every.
Oh, I should have said that
Yeah.
before. That's what makes it maybe the best rivalry right now. Is every time Katoni scores in that game and says our home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah.
It is good. I hear Rich really wants to go to good things.
Yeah. No, I was.
Richard's already there. He's doing good things behind that computer.
I will be there. You
And
just got to come find me.
Bad things as well. Sometimes we look up and we're like, whoa, man. Calm down.
Sometimes I look down and I go, whoa.
We love you, Rich. Records wise, I'm 16-8. I think I've dropped 3 in a row though.
That's just unacceptable.
I know. Pick my game up. Jharal, you're 13-11. Fogs 12-12. Oscar 10-14.
Oh, geez, it's still scary. That's getting
There's
scary.
still time.
There's still time.
Yeah, there's time.
I'm getting sweaty.
10 and 14. God, that's shit, isn't it?
So what? So we've
3
got
rounds?
3 rounds left, and then two weeks of finals before we call it. So 5 bets left.
I thought we were going all the way through the granny.
Gee,
All the way through
I
the granny.
was under the
Yeah.
opinion,
And then maybe
that-
pack champs as well if I need it.
No, I was under the opinion.
And then preseason 2026.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought the grand final episode would be recorded while someone was getting a tattoo.
Okay, yeah. That is probably what we agreed on, yep.
Yeah, so is
So-
that going to be, should we wait till the teams are out to do that grand final then? Do you know what I mean? That one, so it might have to be on a different
Yeah, because we
day.
need to pick some try scorers and whatnot in that game.
Yeah, because it's all
And
going to have to be one game.
Old mate's gonna have to draw Oscar's back piece, and that's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have a big back.
Like
But it's photorealistic. And
Anyway, we're going on to multi this week.
the
though.
least broad back on this podcast.
Jharal, you're first up this week.
What do the people? Hold on. What do the people up above in this place think about us getting a tattoo for one of us?
I can't be honest. They don't know. We haven't told anyone
So
anything.
does Rayman not know?
No, we
Probably
haven't taken
not.
it to the board
Probably
yet.
not,
Oh,
actually.
wow.
Yeah.
Dude, but when he sees Ned's tattooed across my
Yeah.
chest, he's going to love me. Surely.
And then they
I'm
just-
walking advertisement for this
Yeah.
great brand.
But then when you don't get on the show next year,
wait, what?
We're not renewing your contract, Oscar.
Oh my god, man! I would cry with laughter. No, but I love you.
I got Ned's tattooed on me, and then I got dropped.
I wouldn't let that happen to you.
Jeez,
Let
man.
the record show.
What put the tattoo or getting?
Or getting sacked.
Look, I don't know how much sway I have in this building.
I'm losing my.
Are you going on strike if Oscar gets the ass?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be effective, but I'll do my best.
I'm nervous. I'll go on strike for 1 day, 2 days, Saturday, Sunday. And the Monday they get off here sometimes. It's a 3-day strike. Oh, shit.
All right,
man.
let's do some betting. Jharal, first up.
Yeah, I've just gone in the Penrith-Canberra game. I'm going to go total points in this one, unders 41.5. I believe both of these sides are at their best, so I think they're going to defend well. And I know that Canberra have scored a lot of points this year, but I'm going against the grain in this one. I need this because I've only got one. I've actually been pretty good. I've actually gone out. I've led into this multi. I'm going well. But this could be back-to-back weeks.
You're like the Penrith Panthers of this team. Like you come from mid-table.
Left it late.
Yeah, you're making a run.
I come all right. Yeah. So, yes, that's what I'm taking in that game at $1.96, which I like.
Well done.
I haven't learned from your previous mistakes. I'm taking the Gold Coast Titans.
No! That's okay with me.
Who they got?
The Wars. Plus 9.5 alternate
Why do you
line.
hate the Wars, right?
Mate, I can't believe what they did to me last week, the Titans, though. sake.
This is the bogey team for the Wales, though. Three in a row.
but it's-
Wait, is that at Seabus?
Yeah, so it's an extra home game for the Warriors.
Sure, the bros.
So plus 9.5 alternate. Fogs, I like your leg. You're next.
I've gone the Chookies 13 plus against Parramatta. I think based on everything we said at the top of the episode, we should all be on board there.
Yep. This is pumped up the value.
13 plus though.
Yeah, kick it to Tupou, he'll do the rest.
But Mitchell Moses is playing, right?
Tupou over Lomax, you reckon?
Yeah, bro, Lomax.
I think
terrible.
I'm going to get out of this one. I'm going to stay out of this. What do you got for us, Oscar?
Bronx minus 5.5 against the spooniest team in the comp,
Oh, I hope so.
the Wooden Knights.
What happens if we actually get something right? Do you know what I mean? Like,
It would be the third time this year.
no, as in, didn't we make bold predictions at the start of the year?
We did. We
Yeah.
have those receipts.
Yeah, we do.
And yours was Knights spoon.
As you've mentioned a couple of times.
Yeah.
I've mentioned it a lot. To all the Knights fans out there, I'm nubbing you, but because I'm not a pointer, but you guys. That's great.
It's gonna be close.
It's very close.
We'll have to check them.
What have we got for that? What's
I
the-
can't remember.
We're getting $11.46 for that multi.
Yep.
That'll be in open groups and in the special section on the Neds.
The special section.
Special.
Is that what it's
For
called?
special boys. That is what it's called, huh?
Please, I'm not sure if it's called that, but
It certainly is.
It certainly definitely is.
certainly is. That is, for once, we're not joking.
Yeah. I'm not making that up.
get in the special section, everyone. Oh, God.
Before we get out of here, boys, anything you want to plug?
Oh, I think the writing's on the wall with what's going on with Payne. I think we've got to touch on that, right?
Yeah, we do.
That he's pledged his allegiance to Samoa, which. What are your thoughts on that before we go? Because Fogs is gonna.
It's good for the game. It's bad for the Kangaroos.
Yes.
But I'm very happy that rugby league is finally becoming an international sport.
Yeah.
And I think that the more that players buy in and represent their heritage, I think the better the game is going to be at that level.
Well said.
Yeah, I'm
So
a
does that
smart
mean-
man when I want to be.
Does that mean Payne can still play for New South Wales,
Correct.
right? Because they're not a tier one.
Same as like what Critter, Bizza,
Yep.
Luai, all those guys have done. It was weird. Like once the news came out, it was weird. Or I'm sure everyone's group chat's kind of lit up, but you start going, okay, well then what's the Kangaroos side going to look like? And you go, all right, well, let's go through Origin. Yeah. Oh yeah, Luai was good. Oh no. Oh yeah, Critter was. Oh no, Bizza was good. Oh yeah, Spencer. Oh yeah, no. Like half the teams, Jeremiah Nanai, he will be over there in Samoa as well.
Yeah.
Do you reckon Brimo's kicking himself for declaring England that early?
They'll have an all right team if they're getting Billy Smith and
Yeah. Victor.
and Victor as well.
Yeah.
I think maybe in the next couple of weeks we just because I know you'll like this.
Yeah.
We put our
our teams
go
together.
through each squad and try and maybe we can get that before the end of the year and just go and have a look at what each squad looks like. Maybe we give
Already
out,
started doing it last night.
or maybe everyone gets a team. I'll go with Australia. I think it's only fair.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
No, I think it's only fair. I played for Australia, so I think I should take that one.
Do you-
Who do you want to take then?
Yeah, I don't mind. What's it? New Zealand, Samoa,
We might
and
spin
Tonga
a
are
wheel or
probably going to be
something.
there.
Oh, we could do that. Let's spin
Yeah.
the wheel.
Yeah.
Have we got a wheel?
What do you
We can sort that out.
okay.
I've
Do
got a
you-
wheel go.
do you think, Jharal, that Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow will play for Samoa or represent Australia through his TI heritage? Because he's like equally connected
With
to both,
yeah.
right?
Oh, if you're asking me,
What's the gut feel?
I reckon he'll go with Australia.
You reckon he'll
Yeah, I think.
be more connected to his TI maybe than his...
Oh, not that he's more connected. I think he's done both, but I think he's done the right thing, and I think he's played so well for Samoa as well. But who would?
How many games did he play for Samoa?
I think he's played.
Like in the early days, hey, it was his first couple
yeah,
of
he
jerseys.
did, and then he still stayed there for a little bit.
Last World Cup he played for Australia.
I mean, he would be the fullback for Australia,
He's got
right?
the one lockdown.
I mean,
for Australia?
Yeah.
You reckon Hammer would be his
yeah.
Well, he's
Over-
the Origin winning fullback.
for one game?
Hey, it was the game that mattered the most, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I honestly think.
Shut your mouth.
Only as good as your last game.
Are you guys that confident? You reckon he would be
I think he-
instantly picked over Reese, Edwards, Tedesco?
Without
who
a
else am I talking?
shadow
Yeah,
of a doubt.
Really?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think he's leading it at the moment.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But he's pretty
Hot
good,
take.
man.
Oh,
He's pretty
froth him.
I think the reasons why I think he's very good under the high ball. He pops up everywhere. He's so hot, he can turn anything.
Yep.
And not with the ball in his hand. I'm talking he pops up anywhere.
So Dylan Edwards just dropped and Reese is just not.
I don't think they
there
drop.
yet.
I think they're still included in the squad.
Yeah, hot take.
I think they are still included in the squad because as an Ashes tour, it's a 5 weeks long.
Sure.
So
how many do they take?
It's 23, I think they take.
They'll all get a look at some point.
Yeah,
That's juicy.
I like Hammer for my fullback.
No, I don't mind it. I just wasn't expecting.
I'm keen to see
that.
you 17 now, Jharal.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
We might do that next week, yeah. All right. I might do us, boys.
It's always a pleasure, gentlemen.
Thank you, fellas. We'll be back next week.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website